What's up, Red Bricks? Red Bricks to everybody. We're just getting this rolling here. We're kind of winging it. I started to do something earlier, and yeah, I don't know. You know how things go. I had a whole nother project going to talk about something else, and then one of my subs sent me a link to a video, and I watched it, and it was about Earlham. Earlham, and where was the name of the town? Earlham something or other. Let's see. Yeah, Earlham. And Earlham Road and Witcham, right? But anyway, and because we were talking about sinkholes, and we were trying to make a point that all these, capitals, all these buildings, everywhere, there's much underground, and we have catacombs of what they want to call catacombs of melted building everywhere. Okay, and this Earlham story is the same. You know, I'm going to show you some pictures of Earlham, but before we start that, I wanted to say this because I have this labeled the Rudiments and Traditions. Okay, Rudiments and Traditions, and there's a saying that says, "Don't allow the rudiments and traditions of men to spoil you." So, if we just look at the rudiments and traditions as a whole in regard to division, look at all the different flags, all the wave flag and banners with the, your tradition. People migrate here and they want to still wave a flag of their mother country, and it was crap country. Or why is everyone trying to escape your country and you come here and you want to sport your flag and 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 so forth. See, so the rudiments and traditions of men have spoiled us to a point that we're all divided, completely divided within families, within beliefs in our medical industry today. Now we have divided beliefs in to be jabbed or not to be jabbed, and so forth. See the division again, over and over and over and over. But I'll tell you what, red bricks will help and is helping to clear the convoluted history, because we use meltology to show you buildings that were here when a meltdown occurred, and some things survived, many things survived, and some things horribly didn't survive very well. What we can still make out what they were once. Melted red bricks everywhere. So we're going to take a little ride here, and we're going to start with Earlham, okay? And we'll just let you see what they call this secret garden. And in Earlham, well, first I'll show you one picture. Let me get studio mode open here. I'll show you Earlham. Let me get it adjusted here. I want it to look pretty decent. I don't want it to look crappy. So here's Earlham. Okay. Now there's Earlham Road, and across the street is the secret garden. And right here on this street, a big ass bus sunk in a sinkhole because there's more building structure that went from there to that secret garden across the way where there's other stuff that's still buried. But I want you to look at that building right there. Now, you see that building? Now, if I'll take you from there, and it's in Wetcham, okay, way over on the other side of the pond, and we'll take you over here to Kirk in the Hills, right? In Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Wow, folks. Looks just like the same construction, same time frame and everything. But here in Kirk in the Hills, they gave you a convoluted sense of reality and of when this was. And I tell you, there's the tech on the building still, and it's sunk down, and there's meltification all over it, folks. See? Now, isn't that just funny beyond words? But anyway, that was Kirk in the Hills. See? So, and then we could look again at Pontiac. We're going to go to Pontiac, Michigan. Just not too far from Detroit, right? Just down the street. And I've been in this building. Okay, it's big. It looks just like the same kind of construction. And look, it's for sale, folks. This is a beautiful red brick building. And always redesignated, misappropriated, and so forth. And it's just a shame. Another beautiful red brick building we could purchase. Come on, folks. Who's got some loot, man? Let's get this. We look good inside this building, folks. Yeah, doing our red brick thing, talking about stuff, and get a whole team of red brick people in there. Start your red brick university right inside this building, too. Re-educating the world. That'd be cool. So that was a view right there. Now we're going to go to just some random churches all over. There's Kirk in the Hills, I just showed you. But one's all over. It doesn't matter where you go. You go to Korea. You go to Australia. You go to Amsterdam. It don't matter where you go. The same song and dance. Same construction. But bullshit narrative lies behind it. So, the rudiments and traditions of men have dumbed us down as well. Because we lean on gobbledygook when we educate our kids more with Santa Claus stories and the Easter Bunny and Halloween and trick or treat than we do with the reality and the realm that we live in. And that's what we need to do. We need to start educating our kids about the realm that we live in, folks. The Ka cells. Ka. Soul. Where the soul resides. Energy. See? Energy buildings. And we resided in them. I heard so many times people say God said build your house out of stone and not sticks. But everyone's living in stick homes. Isn't that funny? Again, have we allowed the rudiments and traditions of men to spoil us? And did those people, controllers, want us in stick houses because they knew the power that they could drop down the sky upon us and cause chaos? See? And be like gods. See? So, I'll tell you what, these augmented cyclone bomb storms and all that is from man augmenting the weather. It's not a conspiracy to say it. I'll see them doing it every day. Their SpaceX program and their white lines, and they tell you how they do it with parabolic mirrors and everything. I can't make this up. They tell me and they show me. So anyway, now let's go over to where this bus just sunk in the sinkhole. Bam! Right across the street from that building we just showed you. So, from where we just showed you. So, right here is where we just showed you. So, right across the street is where that fell. So, right there. So, right across the street from there, bam. That sucker sunk in there. Okay, so, now, we'll book over here. And, excuse me. And just look at the part of the secret garden, right? So that stopped. That's good. We didn't need that anyway. So now we're gonna look at the secret garden. The secret garden in the shade. We're gonna first straighten something out here. And here we go. Now, this is across the street from, again, in that building that we were showing you. They redesignated to be a church once again, see? So, there's some good multiplication signs inside and out. What happened? See? More right here. Going downwards, more building. And see, that was part of, it was a huge structure, you know, and pockets of it went all over the place. And all these other buildings that they built upon the infrastructure of the past. So when things collapse, folks, it's because of buildings like this are collapsing from water erosion, from the ice and the melt, back and forth in time, see? So all this underneath is why that it sunk there. And I'll give you some other, but I'll show you here, we'll put that on pause for a quick second, and we'll just go show you, let's see if I can show you the catacomb right here. That's a map of the catacombs underneath there, see? So we have evidence of it too, and I'm sure there's much more better stuff where it was show you how massive this was, because, like, for example, Lions Gate, that's, people want to say it's a mountain. It's a melted building, but the building was so huge. They had cultivation on there where you could never leave the building, that mountain, if you will. You'd never have to leave there ever. And it's still up today. The head of the lion's gone, but the claws are there and everything, and it's a huge structure, and there's still water on top of it, and vegetation growing everywhere, and a lot of weird history there, convoluted with this eons of time and all this other bullshit they give us. So I just had to show you that real quick. So we'll get back to this guy here, and we'll play that out so you could just see, and you could just look at that. Just look, man. The archway went through it there. And again, like I say, its weakness was its strength. Oh, do we got anybody in the chat? Let's take a look here. I gotta open something up to look, because when you're using this software, it taxes your computer if you open up a browser or something other than what you're doing, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to take a look. See, over here I got a computer over across the room here. We'll take a look. Patricia Stanton, the site I see is kind of scary. What the heck is this? Don't be scared, Patricia Stanton. We're just a growing meltologist. She says, Patricia says it looks scary. So I don't know what looks scary. This guy here, or that guy there. Turn off your TVs. That's what I say. Tech. See, did you see what that said there? I-87 or 1871 I-87. See, this is the aftermarket here, where they put this up here over top of this. You can tell. Yeah, 100%. Anyway, back to what we were doing. We're just showing you there. So let's see. I'm going to open up something on my phone so I can see who's in the chat. I know Patricia was. Glad to see you, Patricia. Sorry you got scared. I don't know. Okay, it's showing up finally. Okay. Okay, that's working good. Let's see, what does she say? Sight I see is kind of scary. That was a mercury fountain right there that you're seeing for energy. The secret garden with an octopus in the shade. So what else, folks? So, seeing the tech, and that was here on the grid, and buried under a building flood. Just amazing, everywhere. We showed Pontiac, Michigan, Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, and Earlham. See? And we could go all over, and we showed you a bunch of churches outside there, and that face is always showing up, isn't it? That face is always showing up all over this realm, huh? So, pretty wild. So the secret garden, Earlham. Tech on the grid. Look at that. What up, dude? Is that scary? Boo. Don't be scared, Patricia. Multiplication, multiplication, multiplication. Look at that, man. Just melted, melted, melted. And yet survived. So, what we got there? Pretty wild. Just look at what happened to it down there. Look at that. I mean, you don't go in there and build stuff like this, folks. This was just so hot. It was churning all up. Look at that over there. Holy smokes, folks. That's just amazing. Every time I see it, don't matter, what do you think, folks? Pretty wild. See that tech? See that tech that survived? Man, look at that. See, some of that stuff, I believe, that's aftermarket. You know, when they start adding little fascia facades and stuff like that, because it went through such a melt. But you'd have to have boots on the ground to determine completely, but it's pretty evident. Like, you see all that mold work on the railing there, not carving. Um, looked of old world, you know, just like this railing looks like of old world, and so forth. And the garden, and this, you know, the road, and that castle that was redesignated as a church, all old world that was here when it melted down. So we're pinning it down till we know the 1,000 years been added to our timeline. Same family descendants who are major landholders all over our America, all over this world, are the same families who've convoluted our history and taken away our past, folks. And red bricks is paving the way and revealing these monsters every day in some way, form, or fashion. Red bricks are paving the way. So get on the red brick road, learn the truth, step away from the rudiments and traditions of man that obviously have spoiled the world. So turn off your TVs, turn into something good. Check out some of these red brick people. Go check out the red brick chick. Go check out Spartan Red and Dean and Yoakum and Mark and my channel, the Red Brick channel, and these other characters who are coming on board, telling the story, not like us red brick people, but still telling the story. You go too, because I see some people have some good videos out there as well. So that was pretty good stuff there. Some conclusive evidence once again, and that's always awesome, you know. So let's see. So we indeed seen the bus that got sucked in the sinkhole there, and we seen Earlham, the plans of the catacomb, Pontiac, another redesignated building now for sale. Churches all over the world look just like church in Bloomfield, church in Earlham, church in Pontiac. So nothing's new under the sun. So we've been streaming 23 minutes, and we don't have anybody else other than Patricia Stanton stopped by, so thanks for stopping by. And like I said, the only thing she said was, the sight I see is kind of scary. What the heck is this? So anyway, so maybe it's not for you then, Patricia. If you get scared that easy, maybe you need to go check out something a little bit more PG, you know. So anyway, so we're just trying to show some truth. We do that kind of on a daily level, or something comes to our attention that we think that make a difference, to show people, like the fact that that building is in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. It's got a convoluted lie narrative, just like the one in Earlham. See, just like the one in Earlham. Right there. See, just like the one in Pontiac. Just like the one in wherever. Ukraine. Or America. Marquette, Michigan. Wherever. They're littered all over the place and has convoluted lies written all over them. Glorious red brick buildings that were energy buildings, tech on the grid. That's what we're trying to tell here, Patricia Stanton. So hope that don't scare you. Um, that's about it. We just do little things to be different, like what you're seeing there. So if that scares you, and what is that? But anyway, so don't be scared. Wake up. You should be more scared that you allow your kids to watch TV. If you do, maybe you don't. So this building here looked like the school I went to when I was a kid. Huh? So many glorious buildings. We should all have our own castle, huh? You know what I mean? That's a fact. Let's get out of studio mode and let's see what's going on here. Oh, welcome. Well, I didn't play that. I should have put that in the beginning, huh? Well, I'm thinking. So, red bricks to you. So, the only one that showed up was Patricia Stanton. Melted round. Blah, 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 blah. And there we are. What's up, folks? So, I guess that was a ride. We did a quick one at Earlham. We don't have to make this long. We're going to make it short. Nobody's there because I'm working on something else. And that's about it. Just a quick little video. Thanks for stopping by there, Patricia Stanton. Please share, like, and subscribe. And know that all the mountains are melted buildings. Not some of them, all of them. At least that's what I believe. And I'm here to try to help you see that at least something went down wrong. We've all been tricked, and all government is one. So love your neighbor like you love yourself. Until next time, peace.